Hello, today I want to speak about the racially bigoted policing in London last week against, of course, the British white working class. I'm speaking about Tommy Robinson here. He's not everybody's cup of tea, but he went to London last week as a reporter to film and interview people who was on this pro-Israeli and anti-Semitism march. He's sitting in a little cafe where he's paid to have his breakfast, not bothering anyone at all. In come the racist, bigoted police that work under the instructions of Mark Rowley, who in turn answers to the most racially biased politician in this country, in my personal opinion, Sadiq the Sepsis Khan. To me, this man is the sepsis of London. Now, Tommy Robinson's in there, paying for a breakfast, not bothering anyone. He's more or less frog marched out, told he's not wanted. Even if the people of the march didn't want him there, as a journalist, he's entitled to report. Freedom of speech, that's his rights. But for one reason or another reason, they didn't want him there. He's put on the spot, won his address in front of all these people, all these cameras, where his wife or his ex-wife and his children have already been threatened. His parents has been threatened. So at the finish, he was standing his ground. He'd done nothing wrong. The police decide to arrest him, put his hands behind his back, and from less than 1 yard, they pepper spray him in the face. This fella's, he's done no abuse, no shouting, no swearing, no nothing. Like I say, even if the people of the march didn't want him there, as a member of the Free Press, he's entitled to be there. But in my opinion, it's all down to the racially pro-biased towards minorities, especially people of his own religion, Sadiq Khan, the sepsis of London. To me, he's worse. The cancer he spreads, in my personal opinion, is as bad as these parasites that come across in the boats. That's how I say it. Now, at the same march was Tony Martin. Tony Martin, you might not have heard of. He's the leader of the National Front. And when one or two people of the Jewish faith objected to Tony Martin being there, reporting on this march, it's all on film, you can see it all on YouTube, all on wherever, and the police officer says, under freedom of the press and the democracy this country's got, Tony Martin, the leader of the National Front, is allowed to be there. He's done nothing wrong, and he can film and report on the march. So why was Tommy Robinson treated the way he was? Can anyone answer that? Like I say, my opinion was politically motivated, racially motivated, in my opinion, racially biased by Sadiq Khan and Mark Rowley of the Met. On the same day, these pro-Palestine protesters, to me, supporters of Hamas, they're nothing but rats. That's my opinion, that's how I see it. If people don't like it, I'm not really bothered. Now on this march, obviously it's all, majority of them's Muslims. There's this Muslim fella there, I can't even want to pretend to attempt his name, but if you've ever seen the Police Academy films, this Muslim kid, this Muslim fella, he's like Hightower. He must be about 6'6", 6'7". And he's leaning down and telling a police officer, if the dogs approach the march again, they will kill the dogs stone dead. Whether he's talking about police dogs or any other dogs, I don't know. But he's telling a police officer that him and the protesters will see these dogs as a threat of aggression and it will kill the dogs stone dead. Nothing said, threat with kid gloves. Again, more racially pro-bias towards people of minorities, especially if they're Muslims in this country. That's how I see it. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Anybody who doesn't like the freedom, the cultures and way of life in this country, it's simple. Pack up, piss off and go to an Islamic country. We don't need to have teachers self-censoring their classrooms, their own teaching, in fear of being branded a racist. It's absolutely ridiculous. That's my opinion, that's how I see it. And again, I'll say it again, the only way this will stop is when the silent majority speak and stand up and be counted. The sooner the better, as far as I'm concerned. I want to finish off with what's happened in Ireland with this atrocious, vile attack on these 3 children and a woman by a Muslim man. In my opinion, again, racially motivated, race hate motivated. I've said this before and I'll keep saying it, all children are sacred. There's tomorrow's future for everybody in this world. But you've got a councillor, obviously a Muslim councillor from Limerick, who's come out and he'd like to see these patriots who came out on the streets protesting what's happened to Irish children. And again, I don't condone the burning of cars and the burning of shops and the looting. He would like to see these people shot in the head or beaten to death. Now this has come off a Muslim councillor representing the people of Limerick. Now again, the Republic of Ireland basically doesn't concern me. I'm English, I'm British through and through. But the fact is, when there's hostilities and horrendous attacks on children, it affects everyone, in my opinion. But not once has Irish Prime Minister or the left-wing lunatic fringe in this country come out and condemned the pigs of Hamas for the murder of children. They've never come out yet and condemned this racially motivated, bigoted attack on Irish children. But if they come out and slag and call Irish patriots, the lunatic left Nazi party in this country, they're more concerned about getting Farage out of the jungle than putting this country right. This is how pathetic the left-wing lunatic Nazi party are. That's my opinion. And Fishy Sunak, in my opinion, Prime Minister by corruption. That's how I see it. He doesn't represent me, and as far as I'm concerned, he doesn't represent the people of this country. The way he got instincts, like I say, his name's Fishy Sunak, and how on earth can you misplace 17,000 parasital young men of fighting age in this country? That's what they've lost. They can't place 17,000 parasites. It's not going to stop. Sunak is a globalist, just like his father-in-law, who was a billionaire and one of the most wealthiest people on this earth. And what's happening to this country, it'll be talked about for centuries when we are long gone. The way this country's been portrayed. Of Fishy Sunak and this treacherous, corrupt, treasonous government. That's my opinion. I'm going to leave you with that. If you've liked it, all well and good. If you haven't, I'm not really bothered.